Hello, I'm Dave Lee.
Boo! What gives, man? I thought this show was meant to be funny. Bring on the funny guy.
Josh, what the hell are you doing?
Well, I heard this show was funny, so I thought I'd come in the audience for once.
Josh, you can't host the show from the audience. Get up here. We've got a big show today. We've actually got a celebrity on. We need to make a good impression.
All right, you go right ahead, man. I'm still waiting on my popcorn.
We don't sell popcorn in the audience. We're not allowed to have drinks in our glasses, let alone popcorn sold in the audience.
Well, how do you explain the guy in the headset who took my money?
Josh, we've got 5 seconds. We've got to cut straight into things. Here's what's up tonight. Myself and Josh take people on a free tour of Fed Square and play our very own betting challenge. Then we chat to the Barefoot Investor, Scott Pape.
Silic Lee, they are very silly. Silic Lee Show, they are crazy, yo. Silic Lee, coming at you from your TV. Silic Lee Show, live in the studio.
Thanks guys. Now Josh, we need to address a little something here today.
Exactly. Where's that kid with my popcorn?
No, that's not what I wanted to talk about. We have to talk about our presence on the Channel 31 network.
Can we get presents from the Channel 31 network?
No, Josh. I mean, I want to talk about the way we conduct ourselves in this program.
Oh, good. I've wanted to talk to you about this for a while, man. You really need to lift your game, dude.
No, I'm not talking about our performance. I'm talking about the content of our show. We've been contacted by the station and we've been informed that we're not exactly fulfilling the promises that we made to them in our original pitch.
That's right, and upon looking back at our original pitch for the show, we've noticed a little something different. Let's see if you can see what is strange about this statement, Dave.
Okay, yep.
All right, the Silic Lee Show will take on a 30-minute live audience panel/talk show format in which co-hosts Dave Lee and Josh Silic will discuss a range of serious, relatable and educational topics aimed at a younger generation of Australian viewers.
Yeah, as you can see, our show has gone in a bit of a different direction.
That's right, Dave. Instead of making our audience smarter with education, we've made them dumber with your stupidity.
Our stupidity.
Okay, fine. Your stupidity.
Okay, today we've decided to go back to the roots of the original pitch and be just a little bit more educational.
I'm sorry, guys. This is unfortunately true. All Dave's doing, I fell asleep during the script writing.
Okay, guys, just ignore this idiot here because today is going to be all about teaching you guys just some important stuff. Later in the show, we're going to get Scott Pape out here to talk about how to save some money as a lazy young person. But first off, we want to educate you all about our country's history.
That's right, Dave. For this week's experiment, we decided that we'd round up a bunch of people at Federation Square and take them on a tour around the place, sharing the knowledge that we've gained by shooting there for the past 6 weeks. And look, unfortunately, this knowledge was kind of limited. Yeah,
but we realised that it wasn't really an issue. I recently came back from a 4-week holiday to the USA, and in that time I did a lot of sightseeing tours around different states and cities. And the one thing that struck me as interesting about these tours was that often the tour guides would talk about something totally irrelevant, something that could totally be made up. Oh, look at this house. This guy lived here. He was really important to the city and to this area, and everyone loved him. But as a tourist, you're kind of obliged to believe the information that's being shoved down your throat. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not.
So naturally, we decided to make up a whole bunch of fake facts. That could have been true, but a whole bunch of fake facts about Fed Square and feed it to our tour group.
On top of that, our tour, unlike the tours in America, was free. That's right, it was a free tour. We decided to give the public a free educational tour where they could learn some things and save some money.
And guess what? They believed every word we had to say. Take a look. Tours.
Free
tours. Free tours.
One day only. Roll up, have 3 takers. Who else wants to have a free tour?
You want to come in for a tour?
We want to begin by saying we are not associated with Fed Square in any way, shape or form.
So let's begin the Federation Square tour.
All right, now Federation Square was of course built in 1901, wasn't it? To celebrate Federation in Australia.
which happened in 1901, didn't it, Dave?
1901, it did happen,
Yeah.
but
Is
since
that
then
when it happened?
it has.
Are you telling us?
Now these are the famous steps of Federation Square
Yep.
here.
Well, if you count these steps, you'll find that there's probably 10. Well, we haven't counted them yet, so we don't know. We are entering Fed Square now. This is a big moment, so
I feel like we should have music. Like,
we should have music.
We
Like
should.
any moment of life right now, we should have like that.
I know, right? Hey, we'll play this music over the top. Yeah, ready? Oh, guys, you feel it. Fed Square, yeah. This is our good friend,
Victor.
This guy actually owns Federation Square right here.
My father left property for me, so I don't know what to buy.
Just come join our free tour of Fed Square.
Free tour of Fed
Come
Square.
join. So people are so eager to join our
People
tour.
are joining our
that
tour.
We've got extra people.
Yes, more people. Woo.
The sign is being waved.
I hope everyone enjoy Federation Square, you know?
Yep.
This is, yes, the pyramid of Fed Square.
Yep.
We were a bit jealous here in Australia that we didn't have a pyramid, so we had one shipped over from Egypt and popped down there.
Dave, could you tell everyone what Federation Square was built on?
Of course, Federation Square was built on a Native American Indian burial ground, so it's a very sacred area. This is the fireman stage,
Fireman stage, yeah.
and firemen, they come here once a month, put on a little show, song and dance.
That's actually one of the guys right there. Wave to the people, sir. Hey,
Hey.
yeah. See, you got the little acknowledgement there. He's a fantastic bloke. Make sure you say hi to him.
He's doing stand-up comedy at the moment. He's a very funny man. We should listen to him one day, but for now we have to move on.
This is Australia's native bird. I believe it's called the pigeon gull.
Yes. This is the famous Fed Square River. It was built around 1901 as well, wasn't it? They dug it out. and
The beavers did
shipped-
before they went to America. It's a tragic story, really. While some might say this is an art form, we
Yes.
tend to think that they fell from the
from
sky.
the sky. Nobody quite knows where these came from. But
But,
we do know that we can have a bit of fun with them. These are state-of-the-art rubbish bins. It's locked real well. That means you can't get to the rubbish if you want it, and lets you put your hand in the top, but no one wants to do that.
Once
So,
they found someone locked inside there, Dave,
they
didn't
did. They weren't alive.
You can just imagine the sand here, guys. This is why people come to Fed Square, to experience the beach.
Did we lose 4 people from the tour? Some people are obviously not appreciating the history
Not
of Fed
appreciating
Square.
Behind us, you'll see Acme.
Yes.
What do they do there, Dave?
They do lots of things in there, Joshua. But what does it stand for? Acme,
Acme.
A-C-M-I.
Australian something M-I. That's what it stands for.
Australian Centre for
Moving image. That's not correct.
Yeah, I don't have glasses on, so actually.
That's not correct.
Joshua, this man here, we didn't introduce ourselves, did we?
My name is Josh, this is Dave.
And we are your tour guides.
All right, that brings us to the end of the tour, guys.
How do you think
Not creative.
the tour went?
The tour, not well.
Not well?
If we'd ever come to Federation Square before today, it would have helped.
Yeah.
If we'd read about Federation Square before today, it would have helped.
Yeah.
But I think we gave a pretty
I
good
think
tour.
it went pretty well.
How do you think
Pretty
it went?
well.
Yeah, you think it went well?
Yeah,
Think it went well?
fantastic.
You feel enriched with Australia's history? With the history of Fed
I totally
Square?
feel like I've learned some new stuff.
Definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I will definitely tell people to come here.
Please
good.
do, please do.
For some
And
free
if we
tours.
have the time, we might come back too.
Whose call was it again? I can't remember. Strippers? Strippers.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show.
That's right. Now, this week's very special guest, Dave, reaches 1 million people per week through his TV commitments, radio commitments, and public speaking. Now, we're proud to say he's going to reach 1,000,008.
You know, the station's going to get sick and tired of you bagging them all the time. But we've got to move on. So now many of you guys may recognise this man from his book, The 5 Steps to Financial Freedom, his radio spots on Triple M and ABC Radio, his columns in the Herald Sun, or appearances on such shows as Network 10's The Project, as well as his own show that ran on Network 10 and CNBC. That is a lot to get out in one mouthful. You may know him better as the Barefoot Investor. He is, of course, Scott Pape. Please welcome him to the show. G'day, thanks for coming on, Scott.
Thanks for coming in. Sporting the
We going
barefoot today.
barefoot today?
Good on you. I
Just-
thought I could smell that.
Yeah, that's Dave.
Yeah.
I joined the Barefoot Appreciation Society yesterday.
He did. He did.
And established in 1994. Great.
Yeah. Get
now-
on with it. Yep.
Yeah, straight into it. The Barefoot Investor, where'd the name come from?
Look, I guess it was all about kicking off my shoes and treading my own path. When I was younger, I realised that most of the finance books were for people with less hair than me. So I wanted to do something different, and I thought the Barefoot Investor could work.
Grouse.
There you go. Now, we are, of course, all young people. The show's about young people, for young people, as we always say. So naturally, we want to ask you, those uni students who have a part-time job, how can they save their money while they're studying as well?
Well, the first one, yeah, obviously, is to get a part-time job, because the thing that I found when I was going through university, a great place is working in a pub. Because number one, you're actually earning some dough, but secondly, you're not drinking there, so it's like a double whammy, it's saving. I wouldn't focus too much though on trying to save a lot of money. I mean, you're living here, you're working hard. So it's literally just trying to stay out of debt, because what the banks will do is give you a student banking package with a credit card attached, and to try and get you into debt. So if you can get through university by having a hell of a lot of fun, but you don't have a credit card debt, you know, I think that's time well spent.
Yeah. Wow. And what about those? What about the students without a job? What can they do to make a bit of money?
Ooh, that's me.
Yeah, you need to actually, just want to write this down, you need to get a job, because seriously, even if you have to go with like McDonald's and flip burgers and stuff, it's probably not going to be good for you. My first job was at Woolworths, right, and I had a white paper hat, a pink bow tie, right, and pimples. It was really not cool, but I earned money. I started investing, and look at me now. So, you know, I reckon you should go and just get a part-time job. Like anyone, literally 5% unemployment, anyone that can get a job can get one. So you need to get off your bum. You could, you know, at Barefoot Investor, I could perhaps, but you would have to wear shoes. We have internships at Barefoot. And what we do is we just employ people to come in and work for us, and university students, and they get real-world experience. And the thing that I found, it's not so much, you know, getting the best marks, because everyone's got a university degree these days. It's the people that you know. And I've had people come in who I'm an advocate of, and it's, you know, my network that I have that I'll say, you know, this person's really cool. And I think that that's probably the most undervalued thing that university students don't know.
There you go.
Well, Scott, we're all university students, and that, of course, brings us to educational fees. Do you recommend that we pay our fees up front, or wait until later and then pay it back on HECS?
Well, I don't know how you're going to be paying them up front if you don't have a job, if you've got rich parents or something. Now, Barefoot rule number 232 says that whenever the government is offering you anything, you just don't pay it back until they ask for it back. So let Wayne and Julia deal with that. HECS is an income contingent loan, so it's just going to come out of your pay once you get a job, if you get a job, hopefully you get a job. And then that's how it works, so I wouldn't be paying it back.
Excellent. Now, of course, through your time, you've probably learnt a lot of really good money making and saving tips, and a lot of really bad ones.
Yeah. The best money making tip that I think I have is that it's not about what you know, it's who you know. The second thing would be that there's no free lunch. There's always a bank or a financial institution or someone who wants to try and get you into debt, and the best thing is to stay debt free. The worst advice I think would be probably my ex-girlfriend telling me that everything will be fine and I just love you for who you are before she left, and
Don't get a girlfriend.
Not a good one, no.
Don't get a girlfriend, perhaps. You know.
Scott, we'd like to finish each interview with a little game.
Bit of fun.
Bit of fun. We've got a doozy of a game for you today, Dave.
Sure.
Yep.
So
Of course, this is based off the Forbes Celebrity 100 list from 2011.
Yep.
And we're going to show you some pictures up here on this screen. We're going to show you a couple of celebrities at a time. And basically, you got to tell us, based on your money-making expertise, which celebrity earned more money in 2011. So let's get the first one up here.
Yeah. Okay, first up, this is, of course, Charlie Sheen, ex-star of 2.5 Men, and his ex-boss, Chuck Lorre. One of them made 35 million, the other made 40 million. Who made more?
Well, I'm thinking Charlie got dumped from 2.5 Men, and Chuck is the guy who puts it on. So I'm thinking Chuck, perhaps.
Chuck.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Let's have a look. The winner, of course, is Charlie Sheen.
I mean, he's what? He earned $5 million more, but most of it went down his nose. I mean, look at that nose. He's got a hole in the middle.
All right.
$5 million more than his boss. Some things to come, boss.
Yeah, all right. This is the next one, the two biggest pop queens of our time. We've of course got Lady Gaga and Sir Elton John. One of these guys made 90 million, one made 100 million. Who made more?
Well, I'm going to say Elton John because I remember reading about Lady Gaga and she came back from touring and she's basically broke. So I'm going to go the old queen.
All right, let's have a look. It is the Queen of the Fairies himself, Elton John. $10 million more. There we go.
Warming up.
And finally, Scott, Brad Pitt, one of the most powerful actors, and Justin Bieber, who's been described as one of the most powerful singers, Dave.
I didn't write that in the script.
Oh, you wrote that. One made 20 million, the other made 53 million. Who made more?
Well, I've only seen Brad Pitt in one awesome movie this year, which was Moneyball, for finance dudes like me, really cool. But so I would say Justin Bieber, although I would put the caveat there that I've never bought anything from Justin Bieber, never any paraphernalia.
Hope none of you guys have either in the audience.
So I would say that it would be Justin Bieber, but I don't want it to be.
Let's have a look.
It's
Oh, no. It is the Biebs.
Couldn't you rig it, man?
I tried to rig it, but they wouldn't let me. They wanted the fact. Actually, he came 24th on the list of celebrities. He beat the likes of Tom Hanks, Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, Angelina Jolie, and our personal favourite, Natalie Portman. And because of this, and us, of course, he beat us. But he doesn't have his own show. But the thing is, unfortunately, we have warned him about this. We have a thing on the show. Justin Bieber goes straight on the enemies list.
He is up there. Right under
Hamish and Andy.
Hamish and Andy, they were stealing our ideas, so they had to go on there.
And Scott, if you ever buy any thing off Justin Bieber, you'll be number 3 on the list, so careful.
Yeah, okay. So thank you so much for sticking around and having fun with this and sharing your knowledge and taking time out of your busy day, because we know you're a very busy man. And thank you so much for coming along.
Thanks,
Scott
guys.
Pape, the Barefoot Investor.
Thank you.
Don't go away. After the break, we've got a betting challenge. Scott, you'd be very disappointed with what we got up to. But first, another Silly Bomb sketch.
This guy here, Brett Quinlan, he is the bassist in Hard Octane, one of the greatest bassists around. You know why? Because I taught him how to play the bass. Me personally, I don't really know how to play the bass. I've never played the instrument in my life. I guess we don't really need other band members in the band. We're just kind of there to, you know, fill in the void, fill in the space behind me. I love this guy, you know, high five, man. You move up. I don't move down, you come up. That's the handshake in the band, you know. Alright, well, welcome back to the Silic Lee Show.
Now, audience, upon entering the studio, you were all given some money. Can you hold that up for us?
There we go. Ah, some fake money. Now, now we've given that money to you this week because we're all going to give you a chance to bet on this week's challenge.
That's right, and I've got the odds right here, man. Out to $1.22, and you've drifted way out, $3.40, Dave.
I don't see how you could have got those odds.
Well, Dave, let me explain. You're out to $3.40 due to the unfortunate fact that you're Dave. And I'm out to $1.22 because I'm the great man, the great athlete, Josh.
Okay, guys, don't listen to him. This week's challenge involved a betting game. We wanted to do this down at Crown Casino, but unfortunately they didn't like our currency and we got kicked out.
That is true, Dave. For this week's challenge, we were both given $1,500 in fake money from a popular board game, and we set out on the task of making bets with each other. The person to bankrupt the other first would be declared the winner.
That's right, but we've also thrown in a curly one. With this betting challenge, we took to the aid of our good friend, the banker, who could step into the game and make a bet using his own money at any point that he liked.
Yep, so whenever you see this, you know shit's going to go down.
That's right. All right, now to avoid copyright, we can't call this game by its actual name, so we're just going to call it Konopoly.
Enjoy.
I bet you $60 that you cannot convince that man to let you wear his beanie.
I have to wear your beanie.
So you're not going to piss off?
I will not piss off, I swear on camera.
Okay, you can wear my beanie.
Thank you, sir. Oh, yes. Yes! You have to go to the oldest lady in sight, but you have to speak in a childish voice and get her to tie your shoelace up.
$170?
Yes.
Banker's going to bankroll.
Banker! Oh my God, the banker. Oh, the banker. Tell me, how much is that now?
That is 220.
Would you be able to tie my shoelace for me, please? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, 250 Konopoly dollars for Dave. There's a couple sitting over there. For 200 bucks, I would like you to go over there and join in with a group hug.
I need a group hug. Yes, feel the love. Yeah. Yes. You've been having pretty bad diarrhea lately, and you're going to go ask for advice. This is 350.
Got a bit of diarrhea. Like really, really bad, like watery. What remedies? Fruit? Yeah. That might pack it up a bit in there.
Yeah. You disgusting creep. Go to a doctor.
There's a man over there. He's got a clipboard. He's signing some people up to some things. $302. You have to become his self-appointed assistant, and he has to accept you as his assistant.
Per year. Yeah. There you go. Per year. Very good. Postcode. All in order. Hey.
Why don't you get a life?
Get a life. I'm helping you out, man.
You're not really assisting me.
No?
No.
Oh, I think I
You're
am.
a pain in the ass.
Am I?
Yeah.
Behind you, cowboy hat is singing "Time of My Life." 80 bucks.
Well, I had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before, and I owe it all to you. Oh, okay, I got one. Uh-oh. It's the banker. Banker!
I've come in with a banker's bet, 300 apiece. If you both don't succeed, I get your money, plus $50 banking fee. There are a couple sitting around the corner. Yep. They have a bag of Fruit Loops and milk. You're going to go sit down and enjoy the Fruit Loops with them.
Cheers, guys. Bon appetit.
Oh my God. Are you good? Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna put personal hygiene first. I've got enough money to give the banker 350 bucks. I'm gonna bet you everything I've got.
All in.
All in. If you win this challenge, you get all my money and you win. If you lose this challenge, you give me all your money and you're bankrupt. You have to go up onto the stage there, onto the black part of the stage, and you have to start singing and dancing, staying alive. You have to get at least one person up there singing and dancing with you. You've got 5 minutes to do it.
Staying alive. Table 5. No fucking way. I'm gonna get bashed, mate.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's bullshit.
You can come down. My Konopoly money. Whoa! Check that out, man. Top of the ladder for the very first time. What do you have to say to that? Great athlete, Josh. Get a little bit of stage fright there. Stage fright.
Dave, it can only come down to one thing. You were match fixing.
Clearly not. Now, of course, that last package there was dedicated to our guest that we just had on, Scott Pape, and hopefully that challenge didn't just make you forget everything that Scott taught you on the show, because we didn't really handle the money that responsibly, did we? Okay, we do have the great Zolkin to take us out tonight, a great band, because it's the end of the show. So that's it. We'll see you guys next week, and we will catch you on the piggy banks. See you later.